This is such a vast country.
I could be anywhere in the world, but here I am.
It is every person's dream to be mesmerized by the beauty of the Taj Mahal.
When you come here, you discover an instant comfort and delight for India.
For me as a designer, I'm inspired by its timelessness.
As a writer, I know that my chapter with India has only just begun.
Food and travel are my passions.
Do you see what I see? Here I am, playing on the world-class golf courses in India. Do you feel what I feel?
India has a power, a magic about it that draws me back here each time.
I can't wait to go back and discover more.
This is my 8th time here, and it won't be my last.
They are travelers, not citizens of just one nation, who find ways to make home in places that invite them in. And India is not just incredible, India is acquirable. It won't just accept you, but pull you in with open arms, allowing your passions to find peace. India is a personal voyage, an endless profusion of everything for everyone. It may not have all that you singularly want, but it'll give you the one thing that makes you richer.
Do you see what I see?
India has made me believe in myself.
Everywhere you go will have a secret to share with you. Anyone could give you a memory to take back forever. You'll never feel what someone else felt, and you'll never see what someone else saw. There is no one India for everyone. There are billions of Indias, and you will find yours. Discover an India that's truly all yours.
Good morning, everyone. We will start the program in next 5 minutes. Thank you. request everyone to kindly settle down. Thank you. Just give it a minute. We'll start. Sorry.
Namaskara. Namaskara, namaste. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Anusha.
And I'm Amit.
We are your hosts for the day. We are indeed very grateful to you for sparing your precious time to join us today. A very warm welcome. Please do shower your blessings.
We welcome everyone to the inauguration of the new campus. The new campus is home to dreams that we had for such a long time. Sankalp's very own blood center, Sankalp Thalassemia Daycare Center, and Sankalp Child Care Home. This is the first time that the entire campus is fully owned and managed by Sankalp India Foundation.
We thank you all for being part of this joyous, historic occasion with us.
Vande Mataram, meaning, Mother, I bow to thee. Let's dedicate this campus to the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, please stand up and join us for our national song.
श्यामला मातरं वन्दे मातरं शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी पुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम्.
Thank you, everyone. Today, we have an amazing group of people and personalities here with us. Children who have had successful bone marrow transplantation at our centers.
ಹುಲ್ಲಾಗು ಬೆಟ್ಟದಡಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆಯಾಗು ಕಲ್ಲಾಗು ಕಷ್ಟಗಳ ಮಳೆಯ ಬಿದಿಸುರಿಯೇ. ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕುಟುಂಬನೂ ಕಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ನಿಂತು ತಮ್ಮ ಹೋರಾಟವನ್ನು ಹೋರಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಕೂತಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Friends and families, you are the people who know what it takes to walk this journey. For many of you, it would be the first time to know what your kids do. Thank you for being our constant source of strength and support. Welcome.
The entire Sankalp family for working tirelessly to shape our vision of giving life a better chance. Welcome.
To each of you who have trusted us with your money and guidance, to our donors, the sponsors for the new campus, and sponsors of this event, welcome.
To our partners, the people we work with, it is holding hands together that we make a difference. Welcome.
To our friends from the media who will take our news back, welcome.
And what could have made this event more exciting and more energetic than to have the support of someone whose heart beats for thalassemia, just like us. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us together Mr. Jackie Shroff. Welcome, sir.
Even a single lamp dispels the deepest darkness. May we invite the following luminaries who continue to lead us from darkness to light to come up for the lighting of the lamp.
Mr. Sundareshan V. Iyer, sir. He is our advisory board member of Sankalp and founder of Amit Iyer Foundation.
Shri J. M. Maheshwari ji, who leads Jai Shiv Shakti Health and Education Foundation. Welcome, sir.
Mr. Ramesh Sankla, President, Karnataka Marwari Youth Foundation.
Now let's welcome a superstar who needs no introduction, our very own Sir Jackie Shroff.
And of course, our Gulati sir. Please do come and shower us with your blessing.
We'd also like to welcome Dr. Lawrence Faulkner to kindly come to the stage.
Thank you so much. May the light continue to shine brighter each day.
Friends, we are here today for the inauguration of a historic campus. Ever since Sankalp started, we have been dreaming of having our own blood bank. And here we are.
Wow! So how did a bunch of engineers who used to meet under trees get to a point where we have so much trust collaboration and synergy that a project like this has taken shape from dreams to reality.
Let's ask Lalit Parma, President, Sankalp India Foundation, to share how we came together.
Very good morning to everybody. Warm welcome. So it was 23rd May 2003 when few young people were having a cup of coffee in a hospital canteen where somebody came and told Rakta Kodi, that which translated to give blood because his child was admitted in the hospital. At that time, these young students thought what was it, and then realized that she needed blood and blood has to be donated for the patient. By the time they could donate blood, the patient had died. So these youngsters had two choices: either think about it and go back or do something about it. These youngsters started, we have to do something about it. And they took a pledge that nobody should die due to shortage of blood. That is how Sankalp was born. So it has been 19 years since the organization has been working. The original mission started with ensuring 100% voluntary blood donation. So as we were college students, once we passed from engineering, we worked in various corporates. We realized that blood is not available in blood banks. So we had to ensure lot of blood donation camps are conducted so that blood banks doesn't always fall short of blood. So we started in 2006-05 our first project called Rakta Kranti, that is to ensure 100% voluntary blood donation. And these are some of the images from our camps. Voluntary blood donation camps used to happen earlier as well. So what is that Sankalp was doing new? So I want to share one experience that when we started blood donation drive, there were three key areas where we focused on. First was donor motivation and donor experience. It is very important that anybody who comes to a blood donation camp who donates blood, he has to have a great experience. He has to feel that he has saved 3 people's life. Very, very important. Then the donor will be regularly motivated to donate blood every 3 months. So we focused on donor motivation, donor awareness, and his experience in the blood donation drive. Second, punctuality. Everybody believes punctuality should be normal. However, let's say our organization says that camp should start at 10:30. We have to start the camp by 10:30. So organizations, blood banks, all have to reach the venue by 9 and start by 10:30. So these practice we bought in Bangalore city now, so that camps all start properly on time and end on time. This is very, very important when we organize blood donation drive. And third very important factor which we started when we came in to do voluntary blood donation drive is blood distribution. I will just share example of blood. In 2006, where we were doing our first blood donation camp at ITPL, which is ITPB Business Park in Whitefield. Blood donation camps used to happen in ITPL before itself, where 70-80 units were being collected. However, after we got in and we started to do the camps, the first camp we did a lot of donor awareness. We realized that on the day of one day before that, tomorrow's camp, we will expect 500 to 600 people. Now 500, 600 donors you cannot give to one blood bank. So we called 5 different blood banks who needed blood on that day for the camp. And usually when 70-80 units are collected, 678 units were collected on that day. That was because of donor motivation, donor experience, the transformation that has happened in blood donation drive, and that journey has continued and continued and continued. And to share, we have organized 1,733 camps till now, collecting 1,31,000 units. So we have to focus on these 3. Now you see that there is a huge dip there. That is a significant impact of COVID on voluntary blood donation. We have still not reached pre-COVID level. voluntary blood donation, you might have more messages, everybody would be receiving, I need 5 units somewhere, I need 3 units somewhere, they are all replacement blood donation. They are not voluntary blood donation. And we all have to work towards 100% voluntary blood donation. So we are still in the uptrend of COVID. We have to fight COVID. Still we are not out of the woods, and we continue to fight that. Next, so after 2006, when we started to do regular blood donation drives, we realized that sometimes blood is there in blood banks, but people don't know which blood bank the blood is there. So in 2006 and 7, we started our first helpline for the state of Karnataka called 1062. If people remember, 1062 was at that time CTC Sanjeevani ambulance service in Bangalore. We spoke to them and integrated a blood helpline. What this blood helpline did, every day one employee of ours used to call 50-60 blood banks of the state who are good blood banks, take their blood stocks every day. Anybody who needed blood, we put stickers in all the blood banks in the state. Anybody who need blood, please see the sticker and call us on this number. We used to guide them to which nearest blood bank blood was available. So that is our Disha, CTC Disha. We started in 2006. Then it became 94800 44444 is today our blood helpline of Sankalp. Next, I wanted to share our emergency blood. So in case now we do a lot of camps, but still there are lot of situations where blood is not available in blood banks. In that case, we ask our emergency team to approach individual donors and get blood donations done in respective hospitals and blood centers. That should be the last option. You should never harass a family who is already so harassed in a hospital and ask them to get 5 or 10 donors from outside for his own patient who is admitted in the hospital. We have to work towards 100% voluntary blood donation. Next, it is another thing, the picture all you see on the right hand side on top, something called Bombay blood group. It is one of the very rare blood groups. 1 in 10,000 people have Bombay blood group. So how do we ensure rational utilization of Bombay blood group? There are very few donors. So we started to organize regular meetings of Bombay blood group donors so that they are not exploited and multiply donated. They don't donate unless there is a requirement, because their blood is very, very precious. So this is continuing today. We still get every 3-4 days an extreme rare blood group request, which we try to serve through this donor pool. So that is the Bombay blood group management which we are doing. Now this is just showing a slide that every day, even today, we receive about 30 to 40 calls for blood helpline, on our blood helpline. Now as we started to work for blood donation, so in 2011, we came across what is called thalassemia. How did we come across thalassemia? There was this government hospital. We used to get blood call every 20-30 days saying that we need blood, and we realized the pattern that they are the same patients who are calling us every month. Then we realized why it is the same patient calling every month, because we had a complete software, everything to check their background, is the same people, same patient name. Then we said these are patients who need blood every 15-20 days, and they are thalassemia patients. And we went to this center and saw that there are 300 children registered, but only 100-150 were coming regularly. So at that time, Applied Materials were celebrating its 10th year. We requested the company to sponsor a thalassemia daycare center in the government hospital, and that is how our first thalassemia daycare center was started at Indira Gandhi Institute of Child Health in Bangalore. And what was different? What is it that different that Sankalp was doing in thalassemia management? For us, patient was the most important. Whatever it takes to take care of the patient, we wanted to do everything. We wanted to ensure before the patient comes from his village, blood is available in the blood bank. We wanted to ensure what government cannot. So out of, let's say if on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 to 6 government is doing, but 7, 8, 9, 10 were not covered in schemes, because of which the overall health of the child was suffering. So we covered 7, 8, 9, 10. What was 7, 8, 9, 10? Providing chelation medicines, doing investigations which government was not doing. And slowly in a matter of 6 to 8 months, the center started to see all children coming regularly. Because now the parents don't have to suffer for blood. They come in the morning, they leave by evening. And at least 40 to 50 families who are daily wage workers, we used to provide through our donor support, transportation support. So coming and going from their village to the center, the bus charge was provided at the center. We wanted to ensure our children get proper treatment, whatever be the situation. And in a matter of one year and a half, all 300 children started to come regularly. The pre-transfusion hemoglobin, which was 6-7 earlier, we started to maintain at 9.5 to 12.5. Our children became healthy. They started to play, going to school. Parents got more motivated. And even after today, 10 years, parents still come for regular blood transfusion because they know now my child will be normal like others. He can be a doctor, he can be an engineer. That is the transformation we want to bring in thalassemia care. And we started with our first daycare center in 2011. This is an image of our trainings which we do, or all our thalassemia centers. Doctors meet regularly and do trainings so that all this care, every child should get the best possible treatment. And all have to be healthy. This is just to share that right now we have about 18 to 19 thalassemia centers across the country with active 1700 thalassemia patients. And we have 300 other patients with other hemoglobin disorders. So totally close to 2000 patients are being managed across 18 different centers in the country. And here I would like to share an experience that until 2011, Sankalp, we all were engineers, 100 volunteers, we were there working in different corporates. We never collected single rupee from any donor for our work. 2003 to 2011, 8 years, we managed Sankalp with our own money. But in 2011, once we got into thalassemia, it changed completely because the requirement quadrupled and we could not put in the resources together. And at that time, I wanted to share an image. So at that particular time, we approached Jai Shiv Shakti Health and Educational Foundation, Dada Chellaram, for the first time. And we didn't know how much to ask. We needed funds for 100 patients. And we asked for 30 because we thought if we ask 100 at once, it will become too much. We don't know how to ask 100 patients, 30, 40, how to ask. So we asked 30 patients and Dada and Maheshwariji were there. They listened to us. We were young boys. They are saying, what you will do for remaining 70? We'll say, we'll approach some other people. Then we lost Dada just 2 months back. But he told one thing which just touches our heart, that Lalit Bhai, दुनिया में पैसे की कमी नहीं है, काम करने वालों की कमी है. आप काम करिए, हम आपके साथ खड़े हैं. We cannot forget those words of Dada. Because of his support, today almost 2000 children are being managed. And second, Deutsche Bank became our key partner in thalassemia management. Their senior management from Germany all visited us. Through JSS and Deutsche Bank support, all our thalassemia, mainly these two, and there are a lot of other donors as well, but through their support, our thalassemia centers are running even today. And we thank them very much for it. Next, now we started thalassemia management. We had 400 children. We started a second center in 2014. We had another 400 children. We had totally 800 children at that point in time. Now we told children, how do we cure the children? At that time, we met an angel, Dr. Lawrence Faulkner. He was doing bone marrow transplants in Jaipur at that particular point in time. And we wanted to understand how they are doing. The cost of transplant was very high in South here, 18-20 lakhs. And we had 400 children. And we have got about 50-60 children matches already. So how do we do transplants of these children at 18-20 lakhs? So then they were doing in Jaipur at 9 lakhs. So we thought, let us send 3 children of ours there and see how they are doing. All 3 children got cured. I think one child who got cured there is already here. She's here. So then we got strength that these children can be cured. And we started to set up our own transplant center in Bangalore. And this led to our first bone marrow transplant center established in 2015. This is at People Tree Hospital. This is an image of the inauguration program at the center. I would like to share an experience of the inauguration, the center. Now until 2014, you saw that Sankalp, we were doing thalassemia management. Bone marrow transplant was a big responsibility. The setup of the center was also very expensive, and every case we had to raise 7 to 8 lakhs because total cost was 8 to 9 and most of our children were poor. We had to raise the money. So in that, we started approaching many donors. And in that one particular point of time, we got number of one Mr. Sundaresan Iyer. We called Sundaresan Iyer sir, saying, sir, we are young students, we are doing this work, we wanted to set up a BMT unit, we need your help in sponsoring us, we want 5 lakhs, 6 donors, I told sir. He told, okay, let me see, I will come and see what you're doing. Just a phone conversation. He came within 1 week. Morning we took them, we showed what you're doing. By evening his flight was at 7:30 and it was 5:30 by the time we saw this People Tree Hospital under construction. He told, I am going to sponsor you the entire center. Just an anonymous person coming one day like an angel to us, seeing our work, and the end of the day saying that we will sponsor your work, it touched us completely. And not only that, we told, sir, we need only 10 lakhs. He told, no, you don't know what you are getting into. First few children will require money for transplantation. You use that money for that purpose. So I am going to sponsor your entire center. You have your co-sponsor, but I am going to sponsor the entire money. That led to start of our first center. This is the inauguration program. Thanks all of them, because this is a beginning. This is a picture touched all of our hearts and all the children of thalassemia who are here. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Now, as we were doing more and more transplantations, so one doctor from Ahmedabad came to, there was a conference in Bangalore of pediatric doctors. So our doctor from People Tree Hospital met him and told, we are doing bone marrow transplant for thalassemia. And then he told that thalassemia is predominant in Gujarat. Why don't you do something there? So he came, he took us to the management of SIMS Hospital in Ahmedabad, and they agreed to give space, and we set up our second transplant unit in Ahmedabad for patients from North in 2016, again sponsored by all our donors who are here, Iyer Sir, Serek, Deshiv Shakti, everybody supported us, and this is a picture from the inauguration where Jasmine meant everybody are present for the inauguration setup program. This center was sponsored by Cipla, Iyer Sir and everybody, and this is again a 4-bedded center that started in 2016 in Ahmedabad. Now, what is that different we are doing in transplants? We are setting up centers and curing children, but what is it different? See, transplant, when we connect to a family, for us, it is not about admission and discharge. It is like a bond or a marriage which is there for a very, very long time. Very long time. It is a roller coaster ride. There are ups and downs. We can easily be with them during the ups, but it is very difficult to be with them with the downs. So our program, we ensure that when there are downs, when I say downs, the post-transplant complications, so most of the deaths that happen in transplant are due to post-transplant complications. So the model we worked out in the program is have a fixed cost. However long the treatment takes, no further funds to be collected. So when we cure a child, we say it is not admission to discharge. For life, the child is receiving treatment in all our centers, and they are our responsibility. We have to take care of the child. And we thank all our doctors for that. So our transplant program focuses on cure of the child, not admission and discharge. That is very, very important point. And not only that, when we have lost the child, there are situations when we lose the child. What best you can do at that point of time? Our team also arranges the mortuary van to everything so that they can perform the last rites in their villages. Wherever they are, they can take the child. So we are there with the family. It is a connection with the family and the child for a very, very long time. That is what we believe, and that is what is our transplant. That is a success of our transplant center is. Now, as we move along in our transplant journey, COVID hit. And for 1 year, we could not do transplants. And during that time, we thought of expanding the Bangalore center further. And at that time, Bhagwan Mahavir Jain Hospital, with multiple key of our donors like FR Sir, Dr. Mahesh and JMM Sir, we met. He thought, please give us space so that we can set up an expanded BMT unit in our Bangalore facility. And Pulsan Sir, the current management of BMJH, and the last management all supported us, and they gave us a 20,000 square foot facility to start a new bone marrow transplant center, and in the form of an angel, now which further funds required, here comes DKMS. DKMS is the largest not-for-profit who is registering donors for cancer patients, for unrelated transplants and everything. They are registering donors. It is, and they saw our work for 6 to 8 months, and they realized that we have to cure more and more children jointly together. And they agreed to not only sponsor the unit completely with a full-fledged molecular lab and pathology lab, they also supported us to ensure every child receive proper transplantation. Next, this is the journey of a transplant. You see the numbers are increasing every year. So we are doing close to now 100, 120 transplants every year in our facilities. And last, I just want to say, thalassemia prevention is also very, very important. We all know there should be a law for thalassemia prevention in the country. How we are working towards a law, but as we keep working towards a law, what is that we can do? We have now started 5 prevention centers in rural and domestic setting. Every day, 40 women are being screened for thalassemia. So we have to ensure prevention of thalassemia is also taking place. What best is possible from our end, anybody who wants to set up a prevention center in any of their hospital, we are willing to collaborate and ensure thalassemia prevention is happening. What best we can do from our side, apart from what we request for government. And whatever we did, because we are doing on low cost, we'll attract a lot of detractors and everything. And Dr. Lawrence always told 2 things. Whatever we do, let us publish. Let us publish everything and ensure highest quality standards in we do. So we were the first center to have a physical JC inspection, European body inspection at our center in Bangalore. And we have published several international standard papers, almost 8 to 10 papers in the last 4 to 5 years. And last but not the least, you have heard so many things you have done, but what we are doing is very less. India today does only 3,000 transplants annually. The number of America is 40,000 plus. Europe does 40,000 plus transplants annually. Thalassemia children, we are managing 2,000. Every year, 10,000 to 15,000 children are born. And we know several centers where children are not, should we receive proper treatment. Blood donation, everybody is struggling. We have to achieve 100% voluntary blood donation. So whatever we do in this 3 areas is less, and we'll continue to do more, work towards this cause and ensure a thalassemia-free India. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lalit sir.
I would like to welcome on stage someone who needs no introduction, someone who is a legend in the industry and who has taken it upon himself to raise awareness about thalassemia across the country. He has spoken about thalassemia at Kaun Banega Crorepati and several other forums. He has done more than 220 films in 13 languages and has won 4 Filmfare Awards. More than an actor, he is a great human being who has been a voice for thalassemia for last several years. We are extremely honored to have him among us. A big round of applause for Shri Jackie Shroff.
So we request you to unveil our new campus. Over here, sir. We're going to click and there's going to be a... Yes. Wasn't that a colorful campus? Yes. Dear Jackie sir, it would be our pleasure if you could grace this occasion with your kind words.
Jackie sir, आपसे निवेदन है कि आप 2-4 शब्द हमारे साथ बांटिए. May we also request Miss Nani from Thalassemics India to accompany Jackie sir.
No. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Great initiative and super heart. I think out here everyone's carrying a mother's heart, all the donors. माँ का दिल होगा तो ही उसमें थोड़ा सा प्यार होता है. बाप तो काम करने में निकले. But it's nice to carry mother's heart and help people. And thank you everybody, all the donors, everybody out here. You all are beautiful people. You're the real people. Doctor, you're the real hero. I'm just a face. I entertain people. You save lives. You are God. And I respect you so much. All the doctors I respect. Loads and loads of respect to everybody, Amma. And thank you, Nani, for calling me. I think what we should do is spread message about how not to get it. It's preventive. It's preventive. Why do we need to go through all this? Because prachar, people should talk about it. Government health minister should take up as an issue. They should talk about it. They should see to it that there is no thalassemic kid. By speaking about it, everybody should know. Gynecologist should be the first one to propagate. I don't know why they're not doing it. Why is everybody so quiet and passive about it? भाई इसमें कोई पैसा कमाने का बात भी नहीं है. सब काम जो कर रहा है सब चैरिटी में चल रहा है. But what I feel in my heart is it should be taken up by the health minister and we should eradicate it. It's very difficult. Like Sankalp says, it's a tiny drop in an ocean. I think let's start filling up. That's how it starts. Boon boon se banta hai bhai sagar. So a drop is what makes an ocean, right? So let's go for it. Let everybody talk about it. I think we should talk in the kitchen, we should talk to our drivers, we should talk to our staff and tell them so that it reaches the villages. Start talking to our staff about it. Everybody has got someone in the kitchen who can be spoken to. Everybody has got a driver who's driving you. Their villages will know about it if we speak about it. I think everybody should speak about it. It should be said in colleges. That's all I can say. She's got me as a face. Whatever use I am helping in my own way. I talk to people in Maharashtra, where I live, in Mumbai, around the villages I talk about it. I'm going to have a blood donation camp out there. I'm doing my things, but the real ones are out here. And Nani is the person who got me introduced to this. I had no idea. I was in my film world, I was doing my things, I was helping people in my own way. But this is something which is preventive. What is preventive should be spoken about. Simple. Nanima, would you like to say something? Thanks, Sankalp. Keep rocking, young friend. And thank you all the donors. I can't read the name, but I can read some names. Main sponsors, Jai Shakti Health and Education, KMYF, Amit Iyer Memorial, event sponsors, MIMS Builders, Har Dil Mein Ghar Basa Hai, Fine Line, Sankalp, co-sponsors, Avon Plast, Aerospace. There are loads of them out there. Forbes is there, I think, I don't know. But just keep, let's speak, let's eradicate, if possible. How long does it take to even speak to someone to test blood? Bolo, man, bolo. SMSs, faltu SMSs every day, a lot of nonsense that go around. Talk about this on WhatsApp. Let it be viral. And press. It's your responsibility. You are the guys for the state. Tum log ka baat bahut sunta hai public. People love to listen to you guys, right? They like to look into other people's house more than their own house. I think it's high time we should start talking about the problem that's being faced by every house. I don't want any children to suffer because of parents non-awareness. Let's make people aware of it. Thank you. Nani, don't no clap. Just go for it. Clap for the children who's facing it and who's the brave doctors who are trying to get them back onto their feet. I clap and I salute you. I'm an idiot, but you guys are the real ones, man. They call me as a face because I'm seen around. Jackie. Arey, yaar, listen to Jackie, what he's saying then. Anyway, my love.
So this is
Amma.
the face that took the thalassemia cause onto KBC, Kaun Banega Crorepati. So guys, that should tell us all what he just said. Don't wait for a platform for awareness. Start in your own homes. Talk to your drivers, talk to your maids. You become your own ambassadors of the cause, and that is the biggest battle that we are fighting today, is awareness. If we do all that, we really don't need, we need all the funds for the awareness. But heartiest congratulations to Rajat, to Lalit, and the entire Sankalp team. Seriously, great job, guys. And you're an inspiration for all the other organizations in the country. At Thalassemics India, we've been working for 37 years now. But I have to say that you guys have outdone everybody.
Absolutely, bang on.
Everybody. So thank you very much. And the face here has been our inspiration. He's been talking so much about thalassemia. He has nothing to do with thalassemia, trust me. And we all have so much to do with thalassemia. I'm a parent. There's a parent here, there's a doctor, there's so many of us over here in some form or the others. If he can do it, I'm sure we can do it much more.
I think all the actors should get into it. From out here also, from local actors, our beautiful actors out here, they should speak about it if people are listening to them.
The local film industry.
आपको बोल रहे बात करो, मैं भी बात करेंगा. मैं बात किया सुमा माँ से बात किया. सुमा माँ ने बोला मैं बात करेंगा. I think there are people out here who should be made aware so that they can speak about it. Anna, anything else?
That's it.
Would you like to ask me anything? I have no idea about it. I'm just here as a face if they listen to me. But the real people are out here.
Absolutely.
I don't want to say much. Let's start from our own house. Let's talk to our staff and let's see what happens. And there are a lot of sponsors, which is, Anna, आपने building दिया, आपने पैसा उसके लिए दिया, आपने काटा, आपने क्या-क्या किया, हमारा मारवाड़ी फाउंडेशन जो है. Very good, यार, darling. मगर उधर बोलता है कि नहीं, खाली माल नहीं देने का. उधर बोलने का भी अंदर. You got to talk about it to your own staff. And you're such a beautiful community. Everybody has a lovely community. Talk about it. Talk about it, my dear friends. I love you too much. Thank you for calling me and honoring me. Well, I deserve it or don't, I have no idea. I'm an actor. I'm an actor, that's it. The rest of the social work and all that I do as much as in my capacity. But the real heroes are out here, like I always say. Thank you so much for inviting me. Sankalp, God bless you.
Thank you very much, Lalit, for everything.
Anything else? Yeah? Karo. I'm here. I'm standing. Now the donors are going to be felicitated. Please. Who's going to talk about that?
Anisha, they'll talk.
Amma.
They will take.
Amma, idhar hi. Aap log badi.
Thank you so much for such insightful words, sir. कभी-कभी आप जैसे लोगों से बाहर आती है शब्द तो जल्दी पहुंचता है दिमाग को, है ना? हम बोलते हैं, डॉक्टर्स बोलते हैं, कोई और बोलता है, जल्दी पहुंचता नहीं है दिमाग को. आप जैसे लोग, जैसे आपने बोला, लोकल एक्टर्स को बोलना चाहिए, लोकल एक्ट्रेस को बोलना चाहिए. I think they should come out and speak so that people, the local people, the people who are suffering, will get the knowledge about this. Yes, yes, you will. Thank you so much, sir. The people who watered our dreams, let us take this opportunity to recognize and felicitate the sponsors of New Campus. Let's invite our project partners for the Blood Center.
Shri J.M. Maheshwari ji from Jai Shiv Shakti Health and Education Foundation. He is an advisor, he member to the board of Sankalp. JSS has been principal sponsors of thalassemia management for several years and have now come to partner with us to set up the blood center.
Sir, we would like Jackie sir to give away the mementos. So the memento is the 3D model of our new campus. And the kid standing there is our post-transplant kid who has successfully transplanted and doing really well now. She's a normal kid like you and me now. Next, we request Mr. Ramesh Sankla, President, Karnataka Marwari Youth Foundation, to please come on the stage and receive the memento.
Let's invite our corporate donors who have funded the blood center through their CSR initiative.
Mr. Ajit Rai, CEO of Suprajit Engineering Limited, representing Suprajit Foundation.
Mr. Sunil Bajaj, Managing Director of Avon Plast Industries Limited. Please come, sir. Mr. Amit Savarkar, CSR Manager at Collins Aerospace.
Next, we request Mr. Reginald Jacob, representing Mahindra CIE.
Mr. F.R. Singhvi, Joint Managing Director at Sansera Limited, representing Sansera Foundation.
invite our donors for the Nodal Thalassemia Daycare Center. Mr. Sundareshan B. Iyer, sir, representing Amit Iyer Memorial Foundation.
We have a special friend who has chosen to remain anonymous. He has completely contributed to the setup of Sankalp Child Care Home. Let's welcome a mutual friend, Anurag, to accept the memento on his behalf. Please welcome.
Please come here, sir. Yes, sir. We would like to request Binu Nair also on the stage.
May I request Mr. Binu to kindly come to the stage?
We would like to welcome Mr. Gulati, representing Punjab Seva Samaj, for providing the land on which the new campus is built. Just the individual facilities are not enough. There are other aspects of the campus that need to be looked into. Let's take this moment to recognize various donors who have contributed heartily for the new campus.
The furniture for the new campus has been funded by Featherlight. Let's welcome Mr. Jawahar Gopal, Managing Director of Featherlight.
The lift for the new campus has been sponsored by DR Ranka Charitable Trust. Let's welcome Preeti and Pritesh from Dr. Ranka Charitable Trust.
May we request Dr. Lawrence Faulkner to kindly come up on stage and felicitate Sir Jackie Shroff.
No, not me. Sir, that one.
May I request Dr. Lawrence Faulkner to felicitate Sir Jackie Shroff. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Jackie sir, for spending so much time with us in your busy schedule. Jackie sir will take a leave because he has to be there somewhere else very soon. So thank you so much. He's flying back, in fact. Yes.
Thank you for bringing energy and excitement to our event. Thank you, Jackie sir.
Yo, now everyone will start taking help. Doctors want a photo with the handsome hunk over there, so may we request all the doctors on the stage. And Jackie sir, please, one photo with our doctors.
I'd like to invite Zakula Sharif sir also on the stage for sponsoring the event.
And there's this last photo with KMYF members. May we request everyone else to kindly settle down. Please settle down.
Sankalp, please come on the stage.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇಳಿರಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು. ಸರ್ಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇಳಿಯೋಕ್ಕೆ.
May we request Sankalp team to please get down the stage and settle down. Please guys, please. It's a sincere request. All the family members, ಎಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಟೇಜಿಂದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇಳಿದು ಕೂತ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ವಿನಂತಿ ನಂದು. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಜಾಗ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡಿ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫ್ಲೈಟಿಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಜಾಗ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡಿ. ಲೆಟ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಲೀವ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಪೀಸ್ಫುಲಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಸರ್.
Thank you all for your cooperation.
ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಸೆಟಲ್ ಡೌನ್. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
Hello. May we request everyone to kindly settle down. We have the remaining part of the program to
Continue.
continue. Please.
I know we all love Jackie sir, definitely. But please, please guys, please settle down.
I think we'll start, okay?
Let him leave. Let him leave. All.
Okay. Will the guys come? That's it. Okay. Ever since we started with our first thalassemia daycare center, we understood the need for a facility to take care of our children. The new campus is a dream come true.
Team Sankalp over the years have grown our initiatives from a small sapling to a sustainable people tree. Let's welcome the pillars of this organization, our ground soldiers.
Let's start with Project Cure. Abhijit, Shaival and Sandeep from Bone Marrow Transplant Team.
The Blood Warriors, Arpit and Shaumi from Rakta Kranti Team.
Embarking on a vision of no child dying due to thalassemia. Let's welcome Santosh from Thalassemia Management and Prevention Team.
She is the last hope for people in search of blood. Let's welcome Nitya from the Blood Emergency Team. Over to you guys.
Over to you guys.
Hi, my name is Nitya. I'm part of the emergency wing. So whenever we get requests, we get it every 3 days once, Bombay blood group request. And whenever we get, it will be very difficult to arrange blood on time. We struggle to arrange blood on time. I wish there will be on-shelf unit every time, and there is no hurry or there is no emergency situation for the patients who struggle in emergency care. And I wish all the Bombay blood group donors also can donate like any other donor, any other group donor. So they can also donate like other group donors. And whenever we find a new donor, they get very anxious about their blood group. Why? Because they will not have proper information and they don't know what to do and they will not have any assurance. I wish we can give that assurance and give that information so that there is no tension or anything. They can contact us directly and they can get help whenever they want. Thank you.
Over the last 12 years, I, Arpit Vash, Program Coordinator of Rakta Kranti Initiative, have attended and organized 1,000+ voluntary blood donation camps. And I've always dreamt of the day when our blood donation drives are at par with the best in the world when it comes to quality and standards. I hope that blood banks embrace change rather than resist it, that they follow the best practices in the field of transfusion medicine. I often wonder, what if we are able to provide our first-time voluntary donors such an atmosphere, such a pleasant experience donating blood, that they become regular voluntary blood donors for life. What if we can just increase 1% of Indian population, put them into the pool of regular voluntary donors of the country? Wouldn't we then reach the ever elusive goal of 100% voluntary blood donation in the country? I believe we would. Thank you.
I second that bit. My name is Shomi. I am the project manager for the Rakta Kranti initiative. There seems to be a constant requirement and demand for blood and blood products when it comes for patients who are critically ill, who are regularly dependent on blood transfusion, like thalassemia, pregnant women, accident victims, to mitigate the blood loss. Hence, it is extremely important that there is adequate supply of blood in the licensed blood banks across the city throughout the year. Unfortunately, post-COVID, the blood banks have moved back to replacement donation. Simultaneously, when it comes to specialized blood products, many blood banks in the city do manage it, but then accessibility has always been a challenge. So I wish that there would be a blood center who would never say no to a patient. I wish there would be a blood center who would have adequate supply of blood units throughout the year. And I definitely wish that we do not have to see desperate messages floating around on social media platforms calling people to come and donate blood for replacement donation. Thank you.
My name is Santosh. I am the program manager for Thalassemia Management Program and Thalassemia Prevention Program. Sankalp is managing 19 daycare centers across India. I wish I had our own daycare centers. So every thalassemia kid should get transfusion once in 20-25 days. So for that, why they have to take leave for their school and for their job? So it is disturbing their professional life and also school life. So for that, Sankalp Thalassemia Daycare Centers works for 16 hours in a day. It's a 3 shifts. So it will helpful for the school-going children and working professionals. The second wish was the patients who requires special attention, or who are having multiple complications, are patients who have rare hemoglobinopathies. For example, just imagine a thalassemia kid, 2-year thalassemia kid, connecting cannula. How painful it is. And the same time, some patient regularly get transfusion reactions while transfusion. It's every transfusion, if they're getting transfusion reactions, kind of fever, vomiting, how painful it is for the family as well as the child. So our own blood bank is ready for specialized screening as well as the specialized blood products for this patient to address the needs. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Santosh. Hi, I am Abhijit. Namaskara ellargu. Nanna hesaru Abhijit. Nanu bone marrow transplant ge project manager and the project manager for the bone marrow transplant unit. Guys, it looks like our wishes are coming true. So I'm here to talk about the bone marrow transplant very briefly. The transplant in itself, it's not we come for admission, we go for discharge and that's it, bye-bye. There is so much to it. The pre-transplant plates, transplant to munchittu. We need to downstage these kids. Probably donor type of blood. Reduce the spleen, reduce the liver. Oh God, this is so much to do. Especially people who are not of one of our daycares, who are coming from externals. There are so many families here. They had to undergo immense pain because not every center is equipped to do what clinically we wanted to do. Now here we are. Transplant nantaradu, after transplant, of course, we need our children to breathe fresh, live their life, drink fresh water. You know, you've seen many post-transplant kids. They wear masks. We're giving them accommodation to stay, but you know, they just don't get that freeness to stay. As I said, when I started, I think our wishes are going to come true. We are no more going to hear complaints from our families about the accommodation post-transplant. I think this is a holistic approach of the bone marrow transplant itself. Thank you very much. I'll hand over to Sandeep.
Hi, myself Sandeep. I'm taking care as a nursing coordinator in the bone marrow transplantation unit. So as I told you, bone marrow transplantation unit, transplant is a critical procedure. So the patient when reaches to us, they will have the issue with the hematological issue. So we'll give the chemotherapy and the immunosuppression and we'll destroy their old bone marrow, and the healthy bone marrow we are going to replace them. So during this process, for a few days, completely their bone marrow is going to get shut down. So their counts and all the blood values are going to come down. So during this situation, we will have the high demand for the blood product. So as we have the biggest unit, each day we'll have the 10 to 12 patients undergoing the transplant. Demand for the blood products like red blood cells and platelets will be very huge. So in the populated city like Bangalore, already we have huge people. Getting the blood products is not so easy. So also, as I told you, for our patients, we are going to use the chemotherapy and immunosuppression to destroy these bone marrows. Our patients will be very immunosuppressed patient. So it's not only getting the blood product, for them each blood product has to be irradiated. So it's going to kill the unwanted cell from the blood product. So in the even the developed city like Bangalore, we have very few centers which have the irradiation center. The main challenges what we have means when our patients sometimes it may bleed very badly, they will have the very emergency blood product. So during this situation, we have to arrange the blood product for them. The same time, we have to go and search for the irradiation center. So we have very few, 1 or 2 centers in Bangalore where blood bank and the irradiation same centers are there. So, but from there, it's very difficult for us to get the blood product. So generally, our staff, they go for the blood bank, they take the blood product from there, then they have to go to irradiation center, wait for a long time and get irradiation. So sometimes it makes very anxious for our team. Is it anything goes wrong with the patient? If anything goes bleeding, the emergency will be very huge situations will be there. So I wish that if I get a center where I will get the blood product and the irradiation from the same center, it's going to be a very helpful for our children who's undergoing the transplant center. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Shaival Gandhi. I'm project coordinator of Ahmedabad BMT Center. As we know, we are here for bone marrow transplant from across the country. And as Sandeep and Abhijit mentioned, that bone marrow transplant is very important and critical care. Okay, and after discharge, I would say picture abhi baki hai. It is the half game that is completed, half is remaining. Because after discharge, the responsibility handovers to parents. And because of the child is still immunosuppression period. So it is very important to have a proper accommodation, stay for the child to protect them. And there are 3 important aspects for the stay or accommodation. First is environment. As the child is immunocompromised, we have to protect them from infections. So a safe and protective atmosphere is very much required, so that family can concentrate on the recovery. Second thing, facility. It means food. Khayenge kya? So food and other basic facilities is required in accommodation or stay. So that don't you think if parents does not to consider about all the facility, then they can more taking care of their child. So the facilities are important. Third thing is distance from the hospital. the treating hospital should be nearby, because after the discharge, it may happen that patient may need some urgent medical support. So the distance should be minimum. It is desirable. So I wish some kind of facilities should be provided under one roof, if this is possible, for each and every child. So I think every parents can concentrate on the recovery and betterment of their child. Thank you.
So that was the reality from the ground.
Let's have a big round of applause for our field team, our ground warriors.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Just when you thought we were done for the day, here is the breaking news.
Oh, breaking news. What is it? Another new campus?
Anusha, it's not that we have a tree wherein we can get a new campus every time. However, the story behind our new campus can be a book in itself, but no, that's not the breaking news.
Okay. Any guesses from the audience? Anyone?
Close, but that's tomorrow.
Another one? Any other guess?
That would be nice, but no. Okay. Over the past 7 years, we have undertaken the extremely difficult yet highly rewarding journey of giving life another chance.
Let's welcome a very special person, the Guru, our own Skype healer, Dr. Lawrence Faulkner, the person who has given us strength, confidence, and direction to take on the journey of cure.
Dr. Lawrence, you have something to unveil. Just press it. Seeing our transplant kids lead a normal life indeed makes this really memorable. Indeed, giving life another chance. May we request Dr. Lawrence to share a few words.
Okay, thank you, Amit. Oh boy, I am extremely touched, of course. To me, this journey that started in 2013, when I first met Rajat and Rakesh, and then I also met Lalit. Of course, it's been a fantastic journey. One of my, I think, my most rewarding professional and personal experience. And I want to just underline that my contribution has only been that of sort of reassuring, being the old man, and maybe providing advice. I really didn't do the real work, the hard work that was done mostly by this young group of fantastic engineers. And then, of course, the doctors who are involved, Dr. Nima, Dr. Deepa, Dr. Vaibhav, and other doctors, Dr. Stalin, that are now have moved on to other places. And then, of course, the nurses. Nurses actually do, I would say, 90% of the work for curing a child with thalassemia through bone marrow transplantation. And then, of course, we also have a lot of other doctors that have been contributing from all over the world. I want to mention Dr. Henrik Lederman. He's a pediatric radiologist, a extremely experienced pediatric radiologist from Brazil. And we send him images quite often, and he gives a very, very important and useful advice. We also have Dr. Ali Suleiman. He works in a very important institution in Memphis, USA, and he also provides advice. He makes rounds with our senior nurses. And then I want to mention Jacques Sklar. He's helping us out with the sort of long-term effects of bone marrow transplantation, and he is from New York, USA. So I think the beauty of this is that not only we are able to now, through this new fantastic building, new transplant unit, to provide much better care, to simplify things, make them more efficient, and definitely much more sort of tolerable and easy for the families, but also we are expanding the international support we get, and we hope that with the help of DKMS has been mentioned before, has been critical for this program. Think that DKMS from Germany, they run the largest registry of bone marrow donor in the world, and they've been doing free HLA typing, free compatibility testing for this project now for years, and they have, I don't know how they've done, they've probably more than 10,000 HLA typings altogether. And they are also helping us in providing financial support for senior nurses. You know, nursing turnover is probably the biggest problem that we face in terms of providing the best available care to patients. And we also hope to be able to provide and attract young international doctors that come here for training, because as you, I don't know if you're aware, but actually now this Sankalp Center, thanks to the help of all of you, is actually curing the biggest number of children with thalassemia in the world, because, yeah, this is a major achievement. And of course, we also want so all this knowledge that we're gathering and that we're be able to analyze thanks to this strong information technology component is something that we also want to share as much as possible with young training physicians. I thank you, everybody. To me, participating in this key thing has been a real honor and privilege, and thank you. Thank all of you.
Thank you so much, sir. Indeed, it's been an emotional journey for a lot of us over here who have seen the kid from day one and now.
The year 1995 ushered in a new dawn for the medical management of thalassemia. For the first time, thalassemics in India had access to a cheap oral chelator named Kelfer.
This became a reality owing to the untiring efforts of Mr. S.B. Iyer, sir, who held senior leadership position in CIPLA, where research was conducted for developing the oral medicine.
With Amit Iyer Memorial Foundation, in memory of his late son, Mr. Iyer has been closely associated with Sankalp India Foundation since 2015, when the first low-cost BMT facility was set up.
We would like to request Sri Iyer, sir, to kindly grace the stage and share the journey.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure and honor to be here on this momentous occasion where Sankalp Foundation has achieved something that not many other NGOs in the country have ever achieved. From blood donation drives to thalassemia treatment, thalassemia cure, and thalassemia prevention, it's a whole spectrum of things that are related to the problem of thalassemia, and Sankalp is able to address this entire spectrum. I don't think there is any other NGO or organization in this country who are able to do this, and do this so very well that they have come to a stage where they have done the largest number of bone marrow transplants in the country, and as Dr. Lawrence says, perhaps throughout the world. I have been associated or been with Sankalp since last 7 years or so, 7 or 8 years. And the first time Lalit called me on the phone one day in 2015, and he introduced himself and he said that we are doing something here in Bangalore relating to thalassemia. And since I was already, knowing about thalassemia and experienced with thalassemia, I could appreciate what he was telling me. And he said that we are trying to build a low-cost bone marrow transplant facility in Bangalore, and we want your help. So I said, all right, and I paid a visit here to Bangalore one day, and when I met these youngsters, I was completely amazed that such young engineers who had nothing to do with thalassemia were so passionately involved in creating something that was going to be very, very, very crucially useful to patients of thalassemia, not only in Bangalore, but probably all over the country. So I saw the enthusiasm. They showed me what they were trying to do, or they are planning to do in People Tree Hospital, a small 4-bed facility. And as Lalit mentioned earlier, I said, at the end of the day, I said, yes, I'll support you fully. And that is how our journey started. Thereafter, I've been with them throughout, and I've supported them in whatever small way I could in setting up the Ahmedabad unit, and then I've also done some support in the pathology labs that have been set up in the Mahavir Jain Hospital BMT unit. I think the Mahavir Jain BMT unit set up by Sankalp probably is unique and the first one where not only BMT is done, but also the pathology and the molecular biological support is also under one roof. I think it not only adds a lot of facility in the treatment, but also cuts down cost, because otherwise they will have to go outside and outsource these services, which they are not required to do now. And that center is also helping all our other thalassemia treatment centers in doing some of their tests like ferritin, etc. So it's a great facility that they have set up, and from their experience in these few years, they have realized what are the needs of the patients in terms of their comfort and their well-being, not only during their treatment, but also after the treatment. That is how this facility, new campuses come up. It's a blood center plus a child care home where patients and parents will be accommodated for the time they are required to be closer to the BMT center for their regular test, etc. And of course, there is a thalassemia treatment, thalassemia care center, daycare center. They have a large center at Samraksha, but I think it is overflowing, and probably they will be needing more centers like that, and this center is going to fill up that need. And as Santosh was saying, probably now with our own center, we will be able to give transfusion facilities to children who are either school going or college going or working, and they will be our center will be working in multiple shifts and giving that ease of their treatment as they require, as they need. Dr. Lawrence mentioned that in all this, one of the biggest challenges that we are facing is the shortage of nurses. Throughout the country today, there is a shortage of nurses. All our qualified nurses are perhaps aspiring to go abroad. They don't want to be remaining here in this country because they probably find more lucrative and more opportunities outside the country. So we need to produce more nurses, and probably we need to selectively target some young people to pick up this. Recently we had an example in Ahmedabad. There was a patient whose older sister was a donor, and that girl had just finished her 12th standard, and when she came for donation and our people interacted with her, it transpired that she is very interested in taking nursing as a career. So what we did was, father is not all that financially sound, he's only an auto rickshaw driver. So we motivated her to join a nursing course, and we financially supported her. And she has probably, she will, once she completes her education, probably she will come and work with us. So from this, I think there is an opportunity. If we are looking at children who are 13, 14, 15 years of age, maybe our counselors can start talking to them about taking nursing as a profession. And I am sure some of them at least will want to come back and work with us, because they know us, they have seen what work we are doing, and perhaps they will get a lot more of, they'll put in a lot more of commitment than otherwise we can expect from nurses from outside. So this is some idea that came to my mind when Dr. Lawrence was saying. So I'm telling that Sankalp team, look for this opportunity. This may be somewhat useful to us in the long run. I am very, very happy to be here today, and I've been a part of Sankalp's work in whatever way I could. And I look forward that I will keep on doing something or the other, whatever they may be requiring. The next project we have in mind is an upgradation and expansion of the Ahmedabad facility. Last year when I was here, this was raised, and they said we are looking for a suitable place where we can do that. So my commitment is there, and I will certainly support that. With that, I wish Sankalp team all the very best. The youngsters are doing a great job, and I want them to keep growing and doing the best that they can for the humanity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. We will always require your constant support and blessings.
Mr. F.R. Singhvi is a Joint Managing Director of Sensera Engineering Limited, an engineering and manufacturing company.
He manages Sansera Foundation, which is involved in improving the lives of over 5,000 children studying in 28 government schools, improving environment by way of lake development and tree planting.
We would like to request Mr. Singhvi, sir, to kindly grace the stage and share a few words. Hello.
Thank you for calling me on the stage. I know we are at the fag end. All the heroes have spoken. Excitement in you is over. You would say, why another speaker here on the dais? So I understand the time constraint. I just want to say one small story of mine. Imagine a 40-year-old married man. I'm not 40 years, I'm 40 years married, suddenly falling into love again, and with a Hulk kind of a personality. It's very rare, but that's how it happened to me when I met Lalit. I just fell in love, not just with him, but his two other teammates, Rakesh and Rajat. I think they make a fantastic team that anybody would fall in love with. I think you all love them. So when they got in touch with Karnataka Marwari Federation, Dr. Uttam, who was our president, to set up a center, exclusive center for this, we were very happy to oblige them to give a land which we own on the Mysore Road. Unfortunately, that did not work out. But as you fall in love, you don't give up. And that's how my journey with them, with the Karnataka Marwari Federation, continued. And we were influential, along with Sri Fulchandji, to have their place in Mahavir Jain Hospital. And that's how Jain Hospital came up as a substitute to what a center would have been with KMYF. Now, I also wear a hat of CSR. So, you know, all these companies that you see on the left side, I put my neck with these friends of mine to say, join this project. And why is that? Because I have my reputation. I don't want to fail having some other organization. I really felt good that these friends will thank me instead of me thanking them for having introduced them to the Sankalp team. So that is how all these companies have come forward. And the objective of mine was simple. On one side, I have Karnataka Marwari Youth Federation, which is doing yeoman service across the state on various projects. And we have a lot of youngsters who we have taken in, who are going to succeed us. How do we put them on to social service? And I thought the best way is to get them associated with Sankalp so that they can organize blood bank. That could be the start of their journey in social service. Also bring in awareness of blood donations or sucking blood to the Marwadis. So this is real blood. And so we have a team of volunteers in KMYF who would be joining Sankalp as external services to provide, organized camps across. And the best part of these CSR companies was not just cutting money from them. It was more to do with, this is a journey that has started. The Sankalp has now come on the highways. And you said blood, you need so much of blood, voluntary blood. Who has it? All the CSR companies have it. Let me tell you, these companies put together have close to about 15 to 20,000 employees. And everybody has committed to have blood camp every quarter in their companies. So you have a target crowd of 20,000 employees who are as good engineers as Rajat and Lalit and R, and equally proud to be associated with Sankalp to give blood donation. So this is the kind of marriage I've created with the Marwari Youth Federation, CSR companies, for the people I've fallen in love with. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your constant support and guidance. Hello, hello, hello. Try from.
Coming together is beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success.
We are embarking on new frontiers. The Blood Center will be the biggest public-facing project we have ever attempted. We are excited and nervous at the same time.
Let's hear it out from Rajat.
Good afternoon. हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन. We shall overcome, we shall overcome, we shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Thank you so much. Many dreams are created and destroyed. Many dreams are created and destroyed. But there is this one dream which all of us, please look back at yourself, look yourself into the mirror, which all of us together have watered and powered. What a nice journey we have had, moving one step at a time, एक-एक कदम करके आगे आते-आते कहाँ पर पहुँचे. जिस चीज़ से तकलीफ होती है, whatever gives us pain, उससे लड़ाई की है. We've not given up, we fought it, and we have fought it together. And we have come all the way. It is such an emotional moment for each one of us in Team Sankalp. Each one of us, because when we see your face, when we say hello to you, when we say thank you to you, in our mind, those hundreds of days, इतना सारा memories वापस आता है. जब आपके साथ पहली बार मिले होंगे, बात किया होगा, काम शुरू किया होगा, और देखिए कहाँ तक आ गए. मैं तो लालची आदमी हूँ. I am a greedy person. I have not come here to thank you and say, let's go for lunch. The building is here. Machines are there. Doctors and nurses are there. But we still do not have a machine which creates blood. The journey is just beginning, my friends. And ask yourself, आप सब अपने आप से पूछिए, इस ब्लड सेंटर में, हमारे ब्लड सेंटर में ब्लड कहाँ से आएगा? Ask yourself, how will you bring blood to your own blood center? This is the beginning. ये शुरुआत है. जो 2 floors में patients रहेंगे, the 2 floors which will accommodate the patients, all our patients, it is an opportunity for us to come, do little activities with them, do small celebrations with them. It's an opportunity for our families, our teams to come together and participate. It is our place. It is there now. And now we have to make it beautiful. Now we have to make it deliver the goals, the objectives for which it has been given to us with so much of responsibility. There's a beautiful daycare, but all those beautiful walls, वो सुंदर सुंदर पिक्चर्स विल डू नथिंग अगर हम हमारे पास आने वाले पेशेंट्स का अच्छे से ध्यान नहीं रखेंगे. And in that is the responsibility that I don't think Team Sankalp volunteers and employees are going to take on themselves. We are here to share. My friends, this one occasion is one occasion where I invite you on behalf of all of us to find your place in this little dream, in this little project, in this little initiative to give life a better chance. Thank you so much for coming together. Thank you so much for participating. And we look forward to seeing you much more often, doing those small things here and there, which will
Thank you for your wonderful message.
You know, seeing all your donors, मुझे एक हिंदी की डायलॉग याद आ रही है, which says, जिंदगी बड़ी होनी चाहिए, लंबी नहीं. Thank you for making it badi. Let us all try to make it qualitative than quantitative. In the initial days of Sankalp, there used to be 100-odd student volunteers. If you did good work, you know what was the reward for all of us? More work. We would like to extend the same thought to all of us as we inaugurate a new facility today.
Let us all challenge ourselves to work together to let this program become the next milestone in our legacy of continuous growth. As we give to ourselves this new campus, let us work towards ensuring that we all together deserve to do more.
We have come to the end of the program. Before we start the national anthem, here are a few important announcements.
Group photo for everyone.
Lunch will be served just in the basement. After the lunch, we will have an amazing, mesmerizing entertainment program over here.
A musical event from 2:30 p.m. till 4. Apart from that, we have a blood mobile on the back side for any one of you who is interested in donating blood.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, please join us with singing of national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा
Jai! It's time for the group photo. Let's all be infectious with your smiles. Please come on stage.
Hello. The music program will start at 2:30 post lunch. We'll ignite the national spirit during the music program.
Every one of you is welcome. Please come on stage. Everybody, please come on stage.
Thalassemia Sickle Cell Society